how-to video. I'll show everyone how to draw a simple daisy. So daisies, first of all, I'll get pencil to kind of go over what the shape of the flower is. And for daisy, there is a round circle right in the middle. Kind of make a circle. If it's not perfectly round, that's okay. And there's another layer that is all the way in the middle of the circle, so you want to kind of sketch that. So you can circle, and there comes the petals. The petals are outside of the circle, so I want to draw my first petal. It goes kind of round at the end, and it has a little curve in the middle, and it comes down a little narrow when it comes back to where the circle is. And I want to draw another petal. You want to leave a little leeway in between, and the second petal would be the same thing, where at the end there's a little rounded area, and then when it comes back to the middle, it curves in a little. It's a little narrower, and then the next petal I want to draw it a little further out, so would be from here to here, and I want to make that petal kind of come in here. So if anybody think that my instructions too fast, you can pause the video at any time, so you can see the little steps that you miss. And here comes my third petal that is a little bit further out, and I want to get another one from here to here, and that petal is also coming out a little bit, and so on. Okay, everybody, I am all done with sketching all the petals. Notice that I have dark lines in between the petals here. Those are ones that are being hidden, so they need shadows. And I have them all with the lines. Those are ones that are being shaded. So if you notice, I have all the petals that need to be shaded with the line in the middle right here, and all of them are the petals that being hidden. And here's how I shaded between the petals that are visual. I'll shade it with some color, and then it will look like it is being hidden between the other two petals. Okay, I am trying to finish up shading this one petal here, and I want to show you one more before I go on to my pausing mode and finishing up all my shaded petals. And here's one more that I will show you. So between the visual petals, I will shade this one petals that I want to show that it's being hidden from the sunlight. So at the tip of the petal, I want to shade it a little lighter because it's hit the sun a little bit, and at the end here, that's where it's being hidden from the sun. So I'll shade it a little darker, and you can see that it looks like it's being hidden from the sun, and it gets a little more darkness. So I'll put the video into a pausing mode while I'm finishing up all my shading petals. Okay, now that we're finishing up our shading, we're gonna go into our next steps, which are the more visual petals. Why am I doing shading before everything else? Because I think that if you shaded the hidden petals, then other petals are more vivid to you, and it would be easier for a beginner to see where they are. So let's look at the first petal here. I want to draw lines in the middle, because with Daisy, if you've seen them in pictures, there's line right in the middle, and there's some other lines that are going across, and the color will be a little darker right in the end of the petal here. So I want to give it a little shade, and that would be my visual petal. And I want to do another one here. This one is being hidden in halfway, so I want to draw my line in the middle a little closer to the hidden petal over here. And I give it a little color on the petal. And you repeat that process with all the other visual petals. Okay, I am shading the petals that is more visual. I want everyone to know that when you're shading, the petal in between here gets a little darker, because you want to show space between them. Excuse me. And if you want to show space between them, you want to make it a little darker. Like I want to show that there's space over here, so I make it a little darker. And here's the space between. Actually, that overlaps. So I want to show that this petal is a little more visual. So then I want to draw a line to show it. So, I don't know what I'm talking about now. And here, you want to add a little more color, so then it looks more like a petal. So keep adding the line. Don't get it too dark at first. So gradually go over them, and don't get it to be too dark at first. And I'm finishing up the last petal over here. I want to show everyone how I shade it. So you want to add color gradually to your petal, and this line in that flower, and you want to make the line visual. And here's the last petal. So I want it to have a little darker color because it bends. And here I might hit a little sunlight so it's a little lighter. And because the flowers get lines, so with lines it'll be a little darker in between. So I want to give it a little shade lines, added shade into each of the petals in the middle over here. So now that we finish up shadowing our petals, our next step is go inside the flower. And there's two layers, the inside layer and the outside layer. So with the outside layer, I have a little line in between here. I can just erase that. And then with the outside layer, there's something that looks round, and it looks like you are, if anyone's seen beeswax, it looks kind of like beeswax. So you draw bigger circles around and make them all connected, then they'll look like beeswax once you're done. And just go ahead and draw them all around the flower. And make sure they're the same size of shapes and the same circle between the flowers. And I'll continue to draw them on the inside line. Just like so. Make sure they're about the same size. And it's starting to look like a flower now. Perfectly round, that's okay. All right, so we got the outside layer done, and from the inside layer, it is becoming a little smaller. So, and it should be a little darker too. So we just make sure that they're a little darker and they are a little bit smaller than the outside layer. And you want to make them some solid and some hollow to make it realistic. As it comes all the way in the middle, you want to make them even more smaller and more darker. Okay, that's my daisy. I just want to make sure that you know that right in the middle over here, it's really dark, and when it comes down from the outside layer, give it a little shade, and kind of lightly shaded, so it gives it a little color, because they do carry color. Okay, everybody, that is my daisy. Try to give you as much description as I can, but that would do. Thank you for watching, and bye everyone. See you next time.